God is in tears. I have been trying to warn you for hours. This is your final chance. If you ignore this time, you will regret it deeply. Don't skip God. Listen to me carefully. I am not speaking from a distance. I am not hiding behind the clouds. I am right here with you, and I am speaking directly to your soul. I've been calling you for hours. I've sent signs, I've whispered through moments, I've tugged at your heart again and again. This is not just a message, this is your final warning. If you turn away this time, you will lose something so precious, so irreplaceable, that you will carry the regret for the rest of your life. Stay with me till the end, or you might miss the breakthrough that could change everything. Comment Amen if you feel me speaking to your heart. The warning is not out of anger, it is out of love. I am crying because I see what is coming if you keep turning away. I am not here to frighten you, but to awaken you. You've been distracted. You've been pulled away by the noise of this world. You've let fear, sin, and doubt come between us. I've tried again and again to bring you back, gently, quietly, lovingly. But now I must speak louder. I must speak with urgency, because this is your final chance. Your soul is at stake. You've felt it, haven't you? That emptiness, that pull in your spirit that no success, no person, no possession has been able to fill. That's me. I've been reaching into your life, gently touching your heart, waiting for you to respond. Every time you felt lost, every time you've wept alone, every moment you cried and thought no one heard you, I was there. But I need you to open your heart now. You cannot keep ignoring my voice. You cannot silence your soul any longer. You are not here by accident. This moment is divinely set. This is a crossroad, a holy moment in time. Heaven is watching, and your decision right now matters. If you turn your heart to me fully, I will flood your life with my presence. If you surrender, I will pour blessings on your house that you never thought possible. But if you walk away again, the doors you need will close, not because I want to punish you, but because you have walked too far outside of my protection. Comment 1111 if you believe this is meant for you. You have cried about the same things again and again. You've begged for clarity. You've asked me to open the door. But how can I pour into hands that are still holding on to what I asked you to let go of? You keep asking me to move, but won't move your heart toward me. I cannot force your love. I cannot force your surrender. But I am pleading with you now, please. Choose me. Choose life. Choose peace. Choose the road that leads to your healing. The enemy has tried to drown you. He's lied to you. He's whispered that you are not enough, that your past disqualifies you, that no one really sees you. But I have never stopped seeing you. I have written your name on my hand. I formed you before you were born. I have numbered every hair on your head. Do you think I would go through the pain of the cross only to abandon you now? No. I chose you then, and I choose you now. But I need you to choose. Me too. You've asked me, why is it so hard? Why is the pain so deep? And I tell you now, the pain has purpose. It was not sent by me, but I will use it to strengthen you. The fire didn't come to destroy you, it came to purify you. But you must stay with me in it. If you run now, you'll never know the miracle that was on the other side of it. I've been preparing something greater, but your trust is the door that opens it. Your obedience is the key that unlocks it. I know you're tired. I know you've prayed and waited and sometimes wondered if I even hear you, but I do. And I am not late. I am building your character before I release the promise. I am shaping your heart so that when the blessing comes, you won't lose it. If I gave it to you too soon, it would crush you. But if you trust me now, if you obey when it feels hard, I will raise you up in front of those who doubted you. I will turn your mourning into dancing. I want to wrap you in my peace right now. I want to quiet every storm in your mind. But I need you to turn down the volume of the world. I need you to stop looking for answers in places that only offer confusion. You don't need another opinion. You need my voice. You don't need to scroll one more time. You need to open your heart and listen. I am here, and I'm not far off. I am as close as your next breath. But will you let me in? There's something I've been waiting to release in your life. A breakthrough, a miracle, a healing that will not just bless you but generations after you. But I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. I cannot release heaven's treasure into a heart that's still locked in bitterness, fear, or pride. You must surrender it. Even the things that feel impossible to lay down, I will help you. Just ask me. Let me work with you. Let me walk with you. I've never asked you to be perfect, only willing. This is not just about you. The people around you, your family, your children, your friends, they are watching how you respond to this moment. They need your faith to rise. They need your fire to be lit again. I chose you as a light in your family, a warrior in your generation, a voice in the darkness. Will you rise up? Will you walk with me, even when the world mocks you for it? Even when it feels lonely? If you do, I will honor you before men. I will crown you in front of those who cursed you. Like this video if you are ready to walk with me and not look back. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not too far gone. Your sin is not stronger than my mercy. Your weakness is not greater than my grace. The cross was enough. My blood covers all. But you must stop running. You must stop doubting. Come back to your first love. Come back to the one who made you, who loves you, who is weeping for you even now. I will never stop loving you. But love without response leaves a heart broken. I am waiting. This is the final chance before the shift, before the shaking, before the window closes. You do not know what tomorrow holds. You do not know what battle you are about to face. But if you let me lead you now, you will not be shaken. My angels will go before you, my spirit will fight through you, and my presence will cover you like a shield. You are not alone, you never were. Every tear you cried in silence, I collected. Every night you prayed when no one knew, I listened. Every time you stayed faithful, even when it felt useless, I saw it, and I will reward it. I do not forget the faithful. I do not overlook the humble. I do not abandon my own. But I must have your full heart now. I must have your yes. Comment 222 if you trust me, even when it's hard. There is more to say. There is more I need you to hear. Stay with me. Do not walk away. Not now. Not when you're this close to what I've prepared. Not when everything could shift in a moment. You've waited long enough. Now is the time. Listen closely. I am not finished speaking. Here comes the next part. Continuing seamlessly from the one above. You've been holding your breath through storm after storm, wondering when the peace will come. I see it. I feel your weariness. But you must understand, this moment is not punishment. It's preparation. I have been pruning the branches that can no longer serve your future. I have been shaking loose the foundations that were never built on me. It hurts, I know. but the pain you feel now is nothing compared to the regret that would follow if you kept walking the wrong path. You ask why everything seems to be falling apart. But I ask you, what if it's falling into place? What if I am removing people not to hurt you, but to protect you? What if the door that slammed shut saved you from years of misery? What if my silence was not absence, but deep work being done behind the curtain? You must trust me when it doesn't make sense. Faith is not tested in comfort, it is proven in surrender. Comment 333 to declare your faith in my timing. Many of you have walked through fires no one knows about. You've been silent in your pain, smiling on the outside while screaming inside. I've heard every unspoken word. I've felt every ache in your heart. I've seen the tears you wiped away before anyone could notice. And I'm telling you now, your silent faith has moved me. Your private obedience has not gone unseen. I will reward you in public for what you've done in the quiet place. There are angels around you right now, battling for your soul, fighting against forces you cannot see. Every time you chose love over hate, every time you forgave when it broke your heart, every time you turned to me instead of retaliating, you gave heaven something to work with. Don't stop now. You are closer than you think. Don't let the enemy deceive you into thinking this is the end. This is not the end. This is the breaking before the blessing. The enemy wouldn't be attacking you this hard if you weren't carrying something valuable. He sees the call on your life. He sees the anointing, the purpose, the promise. That's why he's trying to wear you down. That's why the same temptations keep coming. That's why you feel confused and heavy. But I am not a God who starts a thing and walks away. What I began in you, I will finish. What I promised, I will perform. I need you to come out of hiding. I need you to lift your head again. I need you to stop defining yourself by what others did to you or what you did in your weakest moments. You are not your shame. You are not your failure. You are not what they called you. You are what I call you: redeemed, chosen, my child. Let me remind you of who you are. You are the one I love, the one I died for, the one I would cross time itself to reach. You've been listening to too many voices. But what does my word say? What did I promise you? I said I would never leave you. I said I would fight for you. I said I would prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I said I would make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I am still the same God who raised the dead, who parted the sea, who multiplied bread, who healed the blind. I am still doing miracles. And I want to do one in your life. You need to know something. Even when you walked away, I kept chasing. Even when you tried to silence me with distractions, I kept whispering. Even when you hardened your heart, I kept reaching. And now I am standing at the door and knocking. Will you open your heart? Will you lay it all down? Will you stop trying to carry the weight yourself and finally let me take it? Comment 555 if you are ready to give it all to me. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you, starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a shifting happening in the spirit. The atmosphere around you is not the same. You feel it because I am near, because heaven is moving on your behalf. But you must take this seriously. This is not just another emotional moment. This is a divine appointment. Your heart has been marked for something greater. Your life is not meant to just survive. You were born to shine, to carry my light, to bring hope to the hopeless. You keep asking, when will it happen, God? But I am asking you, when will you trust me fully? not just on the days when things feel good, but when it feels like nothing is working. Will you trust me then? Will you praise me when you don't understand? Will you obey when it costs you something? I never promised an easy road, but I promised I would be with you every step of it, and I always keep my word. I know how the world has worn you down. I know how disappointment has closed parts of your heart, but I can bring your heart back to life. I can restore your joy, renew your strength, and fill you with peace that makes no sense to others. My spirit is not far from you. I'm breathing on your dry bones now. I'm calling what's been dead in you to live again. Dreams that were buried, hope that was lost, faith that was crushed. It will rise again. This is the moment. This is the place. Right here, right now. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter how far you've fallen. My grace reaches lower than your worst mistake and pulls you higher than you ever imagined. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. The time is now. Choose me now. Trust me now. Obey me now. Your life depends on it. Your future is hanging in the balance. I've been pressing on your heart. I've been trying to pull you closer, but when you ignore me, the heaviness grows. I don't want you to carry it anymore. You were never meant to carry this alone. Some of you have been saying, God, why don't you speak to me? But I've been speaking through every delay, through every closed door, through every person who left you, through the silence that felt unbearable. I was speaking. You just didn't want to hear it that way. You were looking for lightning and fire, but I came in the whisper. You were expecting blessings on your timeline, but I was teaching your heart how to wait in faith. Don't you see? I've been with you all along. Comment 1212 if you believe I've never left your side. I know your heart is tired. You've been trying to keep it together. You've been fighting battles no one sees. You've kept smiling even when it felt fake. I see it, and I honor it. You haven't gone unnoticed. I've been watching over you like a father over his child, even when you didn't feel me, even when you doubted if I was still near. I've never turned my back on you. My love doesn't depend on your perfection. My love is constant, steady, and unshakable. But I need your heart back, fully. You've given pieces of it away to fear, to anxiety, to people who broke it, to distractions that only numb you. I want it whole. I want you to be free. I want you to live again, not just exist. And that begins with surrender. You've been holding on too tightly. Let go. Let go of what you cannot fix. Let go of what you've tried to control. Place it all in my hands. I'm the only one who can carry it and redeem it. You're waiting for the miracle, but I'm waiting for your obedience. You're asking for the next step, but you haven't moved on the last thing I told you. Go back to the moment you felt me the clearest. What did I ask you to do? Forgive? Walk away from that relationship? Return to your calling? Start again? Whatever it was, do it now. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. And disobedience always costs more than you think. I am not trying to take from you. I'm trying to free you. There are things in your life that have become chains. People, habits, thoughts. They're weighing your spirit down. And the truth is, you already know what they are. You've just been scared to let them go. But I promise you what I have for you on the other side is greater. I never remove something unless I'm making space for something better. But you have to trust me. Comment 777 if you are choosing to trust my plan. You've looked for comfort in so many places. In people who don't even know how to love you. In routines that only distract you for a moment. In things that leave you empty the second they're gone. And still, I've waited. I've let you run because I want your return to be real. I've never forced your love because true love is always chosen. But now I'm calling you back. Don't let another day pass with your heart distant from mine. You say you want peace. You say you want direction. But you can't have peace without my presence. You can't have clarity without my voice. I am the source of all life. If you cut yourself off from me, everything else begins to dry up. That's why your joy feels temporary. That's why the victories don't last. Because you were never meant to live without me at the center. When you return to me, I don't just give you peace, I become your peace. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This world is loud. It's filled with confusion, division, fear. But I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you power, love, and a sound mind. You don't need to be afraid of what's coming. You don't need to panic when the world shakes. I go before you. I am your shield. I am your refuge. I will protect what is mine. And you are mine. I've marked you. I've covered you. I will not let the enemy have the final say. There's a door about to open, but only if you're ready. Only if you're aligned. I cannot open a blessing that you are spiritually unprepared to walk through. It would crush you. So I've been preparing you. I've been testing your faith. Not to destroy you, but to strengthen what's weak, to build what was broken, to shape you into someone who can carry the promise. I don't just want you to taste the blessing, I want you to live in it. But make no mistake, this is your final chance for this season. If you walk away now, if you ignore my voice again, the delay that follows will be long. Not because I'm punishing you, but because your heart won't be ready. Because you'll miss what I've appointed for now. You'll step outside of the timing. And timing matters. Don't delay your own breakthrough. Don't walk away from what I've placed in front of you. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to say yes. I can work with your yes. I can move mountains with your faith. I can shift everything in your life in a single moment if your heart is willing. That's all I need. A willing heart. A heart that says, God, I don't understand it all, but I'm yours. A heart that refuses to keep living the same cycle. A heart that wants more. So let me in. I'm not standing here with anger. I'm standing with tears. Tears of love. Tears of longing. Tears for the child I created with purpose, watching you drift from what I created you for. Come back. This is the moment. Don't let pride or fear stop you. Don't let shame hold you back. My arms are wide open. My mercy is brand new, right now, for you. There is still more I need to show you. More I want to speak over your life. Stay close. Don't leave. I'm not done yet. Here is the next part. Continuing directly from the last message. You may think it's too late, that too much has happened, that too much has been lost. But I am the God who restores time. I can bring beauty from ashes, joy from mourning, peace from chaos. I am not limited by what has already happened. I can rewrite the ending. I can take your worst moment and use it as the very place where my glory breaks through. But only if you give it to me. Only if you stop hiding the broken parts and lay them at my feet. I didn't ask you to fix yourself. I never told you to clean up before coming to me. I want your heart as it is, mess and all. Let me do the healing. Let me do the rebuilding. Let me take your shame and replace it with purpose. Let me take your sorrow and turn it into strength. You've tried doing it on your own, and you're still empty. You're still tired. Let me carry you now. I don't need you to be strong. I just need you to be honest. Comment 999 if you are giving me your whole heart today. The truth is, many of you have become numb. You've gotten used to the emptiness. You've accepted the struggle as normal. But I didn't call you to survive, I called you to overcome. I didn't place you on this earth to barely make it through. I called you to walk in power, in authority, in love. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are chosen, you are royal, you are mine. Some of you have been surrounded by people who don't see your value, who overlook your worth, who treat you as if your calling doesn't matter. But I see you. I know the battles you've fought in silence. I know the nights you've cried yourself to sleep. I know the way you've kept pushing even when no one clapped, no one noticed, no one helped. I will reward your faithfulness. I will raise you up. I will give you a crown no man can take. You need to understand when I speak, it is not suggestion. It is life. It is destiny. It is truth. You cannot keep living by emotion and expect to walk in purpose. You cannot serve me with one foot in the world and expect to feel whole. I love you too much to let you stay stuck. That's why you feel the weight of this moment. That's why my words are pressing on you. This is divine urgency. Your future depends on what you choose now. I've placed greatness inside of you, not for your glory, but for mine. Not to make you famous, but to make my name known through your life. But how can I use you if you keep running from the very process meant to prepare you? You ask for platform, but you resist pruning. You want the promise, but you avoid the preparation. I cannot put the weight of calling on a soul that won't surrender. But if you give me your yes, I will do more through you than you could ever dream. You've been praying for answers, but answers don't always come in comfort. Sometimes they come through shaking, through loss, through change, through silence. Stop assuming I've abandoned you just because it's hard. I never left you. I'm shaping you. The pressure isn't punishment, it's proof that I'm preparing you. You're in the refining fire, but not to burn. You're in the fire to come out purer, stronger, and more focused than ever before. Comment 1010 if you are choosing to trust the fire. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There is healing available today. Deep healing for wounds you haven't even spoken about. For pain you've buried so deep you don't even know how to reach it anymore. But I can. I can touch what no one else can see. I can reach the hidden places. I can bring peace to the chaos in your soul. But I need your permission. I will never force myself in. I wait for the invitation. Will you let me in? This isn't just a feel-good moment. This is eternal. What you do right now matters forever. Don't trade eternal peace for temporary pleasure. Don't sell your soul for things that never last. I see you chasing things that keep slipping through your fingers. Come back to the well that never runs dry. Come back to the source of real love. Come back to the one who knew you before the world gave you a name. I'm not angry with you. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm heartbroken for how long you've gone without me. For how long you've lived with half light, half truth, half life. I have more for you. I want all of you. Not to control you, but to free you. Not to restrict you, but to release you. You don't need to keep proving your worth. You don't need to earn my love. It's already yours. You just need to receive it. The enemy wants you to believe it's too late, that the damage is done, that you'll never recover. But I am the resurrection and the life. What looks dead in your life can live again. What looks over can begin again. What the enemy meant for evil, I will turn for good. But you must stop partnering with the lies. You must stop feeding the fear. You must start walking in the truth I've already spoken over you. You were born for more. You were not created to blend in, to play small, to hide your light. The world needs the fire I've placed in you. The people around you need the breakthrough I've prepared through your life. Your obedience is not just for you, it's for the generations coming after you. Break the cycle. Shift the legacy. It starts with one yes, one decision, one step toward me. I've seen how much you've battled. I know how heavy it's been. And I want you to know I'm proud of you. You're still here. You're still breathing. You didn't quit, even when it was dark, even when it made no sense. That's faith, and I honor that. But I want more for you than just survival. I want to bring you into overflow, into joy that lasts, into peace that holds even in the storm. Still, you called my name, even when your voice was weak. And I want you to know I have seen it all. Nothing you've gone through will be wasted. Not one tear, not one lonely night, not one prayer whispered in the dark. I've collected it all, and I'm turning it into glory. There's something sacred happening right now. I'm not just speaking to your ears, I'm reaching for your heart. I'm awakening something inside you that you thought was lost, the childlike faith, the hunger for truth, the tenderness toward me that life tried to harden. I'm breathing into you again. I'm not just calling you out of the darkness, I'm calling you into purpose, into identity, into freedom. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being reshaped in my hands. Comment 1515. If you're ready to walk in who I say you are, you've wondered if I could still use you, if your mistakes have disqualified you. But listen to me. Nothing you've done is more powerful than what I did on the cross. When I said it is finished, that included your guilt, your shame, your regrets. I already knew every failure before I chose you, and I still chose you. You are not too messed up. You are not too far gone. You are exactly who I want. I don't make accidents. I make miracles out of messes. But you have to stop living with one foot in and one foot out. You can't keep giving me pieces of yourself while reserving the rest for your fears. I want all of you. Every scar, every secret, every corner of your heart you've tried to keep locked. I want to enter those places and bring light where there's been darkness for far too long. You weren't meant to live in shadows. You were made to shine. I'm raising up warriors, not perfect people, not polished religious performances. I'm raising up real hearts, broken, yes, but surrendered, wounded, yes, but willing. I can do more with your surrender than you could ever do with your strength. Stop trying to fix yourself before coming to me. Just come. Let me do the healing. Let me do the restoring. Let me show you who you were always meant to be before life dimmed your flame. Comment 1717 if you're ready to be who I created you to be. You've been surrounded by noise. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a voice. But not every voice is truth, and not every direction leads to peace. My sheep know my voice. That whisper you've felt in your heart when the world gets quiet, that's me. When I speak, I don't bring confusion. I bring clarity. I don't bring fear. I bring peace. If what you're following is pulling you away from me, It is not from me. I know there are things you're afraid to give up, habits that have become coping mechanisms, relationships that are familiar but unhealthy, dreams that don't come from me but feel safe. But listen, if I ask you to let go, it's only because I have something better. You will never lose in obedience. You may grieve for a moment, but what's coming is joy that cannot be shaken. I am not just removing things, I am making room. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Some of you are battling in silence, smiling in public but screaming in private. You've convinced yourself no one would understand. But I do. I see the silent war. I know the heaviness you carry, and I need you to know you're not weak for feeling tired. You're not broken for feeling overwhelmed. But you must stop carrying it alone. Let me lift it. Let me be your strength. Let me be the calm in your chaos. The weapons formed against you have been many, but they have not prospered, have they? You're still standing. You're still breathing. That's proof of my hand over your life. You may have lost some things, but you didn't lose me. I'm still here, still fighting for you, still calling your name, still covering you when you didn't even know you were in danger. My protection didn't always look like what you prayed for, but it kept you for what I've prepared. You've looked around and seen others blessed. You've seen doors open for them and wondered, what about me, Lord? But I say to you, what I've set aside for you, no one else can touch. You don't need to compete, compare, or rush. My timing is perfect. I'm not just preparing the blessing, I'm preparing you to carry it, so that when it comes, you'll be ready. So that when it arrives, it won't destroy you, it will launch you. The waiting has been long, I know that, but I have been in the waiting. I've been sharpening your discernment, deepening your roots, building your faith. You won't be easily shaken anymore. You're stronger than you know. Not because of what you've done, but because of what you've endured while still believing. Faith refined in fire doesn't burn out, it burns brighter. And your flame is about to be seen. Do not let fear talk you out of this moment. Do not let your past write your future. Do not let people who don't know your journey tell you who you are. I am the one who formed you. I am the one who called you. And I'm telling you now, rise. Rise from the pain. Rise from the failure. Rise from the ashes. This is not your end, it's your beginning. And it starts with one decision to trust me fully. You've been running on empty, trying to be everything for everyone. But I never asked you to carry the world. I asked you to walk with me. My burden is light. My yoke is easy. You don't have to strive. You don't have to prove anything. Just be still. Rest in me. Listen again. I'm still speaking. I've never stopped. And I'm not done yet. I've felt every ache you couldn't put into words. And I want you to know this. I am not asking you to keep pushing on your own. I'm not standing far away, waiting for you to figure it out. I am right here, closer than ever, ready to lift you up if you'll just reach for me. There is nothing weak about being tired. There is nothing shameful in admitting you're overwhelmed. The world has taught you to hide your wounds, to pretend like you're fine, to carry everything silently. But I never called you to walk that way. I didn't design you to carry pain alone. I didn't create you to be independent from me. I made you for relationship, for connection, for rest in my presence. Come to me, collapse in my arms. You don't have to pretend anymore. Comment Amen if you are laying it all down right now. You've tried to explain yourself to people who never understood. You've hoped someone would see what you've been going through. But even when they don't see, I do. I know the parts of your story you've never told. I know the thoughts that haunt you in the night. I know the battles you fight quietly. And I'm telling you, your pain is safe with me. You don't have to hide. I won't reject you. I won't walk away. I won't get tired of hearing your cries. You've cried out, "God, I need a sign. Show me you're still here." This is it. These words are not random. This moment is not a coincidence. I orchestrated this very second to reach your heart. I am here. I have been here. Even in the silence, even when you felt abandoned, even when you blamed me, I stayed. Not because I had to, but because I love you. Because I chose you. Because nothing you've done can make me love you any less. You may feel unworthy of a second chance, but I am the God of new beginnings. I specialize in restoration. I redeem what feels too broken. I rebuild what others walked away from. Your value is not based on what you've lost. Your identity is not defined by your mistakes. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are still mine, and my arms are still open. Comment 222 if you believe I'm not done with you. Right now, heaven is leaning in. The angels are watching. Not because you're being judged, but because they know how important this moment is. Your soul is waking up. Your spirit is stirring. You've been numb for so long, and now something inside you is beginning to breathe again. That's my spirit touching yours. That's the life I've been trying to give you, peace beyond understanding, joy that doesn't depend on circumstances, strength that rises even in weakness. The enemy has done everything he can to keep you bound. He's tried lies, fear, distraction, temptation. He's whispered, "You'll never change, you'll never heal, you'll always be stuck." But he is a liar. And he knows what's coming if you fully surrender to me. That's why the attacks have increased. That's why the confusion has grown. Because breakthrough is near. And the enemy is terrified of what you'll become if you truly walk with me. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. But you have to choose. I will never force myself on you. I want your yes, not your guilt. I want your love, not your performance. I want your heart, not your image. Stop trying to clean yourself up before coming to me. I already know everything about you. And I still want you, just as you are. Bring me the broken pieces. Let me be the one to heal them. You've done enough in your own strength. Now let me carry you. There's a reason the same battles keep showing up. A reason the same cycles keep repeating. It's not just life, it's spiritual. The enemy knows if he can keep you distracted, discouraged, and distant from me, he can delay your destiny. But not anymore. This is the line in the sand. This is where everything shifts. When you say yes to me fully, the cycle breaks, the chains fall, the darkness loses its grip, and my light floods in. You're not behind, you're not late. You're right on time for what I'm doing next. Stop comparing your timeline to others. Their journey is not yours. What I have for you is tailored for you, and it will not pass you by. I haven't forgotten the promises I made. I haven't changed my mind about you. Even when you were faithless, I remained faithful. Because I am not done. I am still writing your story. And the next chapter is filled with restoration, redemption, and joy. But first, I need your surrender, not part of it, all of it. I need you to stop running to other things when the pressure comes. I need you to stop picking up what I already asked you to lay down. I need your yes when it's hard, your faith when it's quiet, your trust when you can't see the way. That's what unlocks the floodgates. That's what positions your life for the miracle I've been waiting to release. You've said, God, I'll come back when I'm ready. But what if you never feel ready? What if now is the only open door? The enemy wants you to wait, to stall, to think you've got time. But I'm telling you, this is it. This is the final warning before the shift. If you turn away again, you may miss the very thing you've been praying for. Not because I'm withholding it, but because you'll walk out of alignment. Timing matters. Obedience matters. This moment matters. I don't want to scare you. I want to save you. I want to pull you out of the pit you've been stuck in. I want to set your feet on solid ground. I want to place my spirit in you and lead you into a life you've only dreamed about. But it starts with your choice. Right here, right now. Will you trust me? Will you follow me? Will you stop running and finally rest in me? What looked like rejection was my protection. What felt like punishment was my preparation. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment, I allowed it not to hurt you, but to help you. I was building something in you. I was strengthening your spirit for the very thing you've been called to carry. There's a weight to your calling, a depth to your purpose, and you couldn't walk into it lightly. That's why the fire came. That's why the trials felt relentless. But look at you. You're still here, still breathing, still seeking me. That means the enemy failed. That means the worst didn't break you. That means your story isn't over. You are not defined by what happened to you. You are marked by what I've spoken over you, and I always finish what I start. Comment 1111 if you believe your story is just beginning. The pain was real. The heartbreak was real. But so is my healing. I saw every night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw the days when you couldn't get out of bed. I saw the moments when you felt invisible, unheard, unloved, and I wept with you. Yes, I wept, because I'm not a distant God. I'm a father who feels, a savior who understands, a shepherd who carries. And every ounce of pain you felt, I held it in my hands, waiting for the moment you'd let me turn it into something holy. You've been trying to act like you're okay when your soul has been bleeding. You've kept the mask on, kept the smile up, but I see past all of it. I see the wounded child behind the strong face. I see the scared heart behind the brave front. And I'm here to say, you don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to keep pushing through without healing. I don't just want to use you, I want to make you whole. I love you too much to leave you broken. Too much to watch you live halfway free. I didn't endure the cross for you to carry shame. I didn't defeat death so you could stay buried in fear. I came to bring life abundant, overflowing, eternal life. That begins when you stop hiding, when you stop running, when you let me take your hand and lead you into something new. Comment Amen if you're ready to begin again with me. I know you've heard the lie that you're too much, too emotional, too quiet, too intense, too different. But I'm the one who designed you. I placed every gift, every trait, every piece of your personality for a purpose. The enemy has tried to twist those parts of you into burdens, but they are blessings. Your sensitivity is not weakness, it's spiritual discernment. Your boldness is not arrogance, it's courage from heaven. Your silence is not emptiness, it's depth. I made you with intention, and I don't make mistakes. You've asked, God, why do I feel like I don't fit anywhere? It's because you weren't made to blend in. I set you apart. I've placed a calling on your life that cannot be measured by what others are doing. Your life will not look like theirs. Your walk will not be ordinary. And that's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. You are chosen. You are called. You are anointed. And when you stop trying to fit into places I never assigned you to, your peace will return. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Stop watering down what I've placed inside you just to be accepted. You weren't made for surface-level living. You were created to go deeper, to speak truth even when it shakes things, to love radically, to walk with me, even when no one else understands. This is your identity, not someone who's barely hanging on, but someone who is deeply known, fully loved, and eternally chosen. You've been asking for clarity, but clarity doesn't always come before obedience. Sometimes you have to take the first step in faith before the vision becomes clear. I didn't ask you to see the whole path. I only asked you to trust the one who walks with you. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll never move. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where I'm taking you. And I promise, I'll never lead you where my grace won't keep you. You think you're not qualified. You think you're not holy enough, not smart enough, not spiritual enough. But I never called the perfect. I called the willing. Moses stuttered. David failed. Peter denied me. Paul had a past, yet I used them all. Why? Because they said yes. They trusted me more than they trusted their fear. And that's what I want from you, not perfection, but surrender. There are doors I'm preparing to open, doors no man can shut, but I cannot release what you're not prepared to carry. That's why I've been refining you. That's why it's been hard. I'm not punishing you. I'm equipping you. You prayed for influence, for impact, for blessing, and I heard you. But before I place it in your hands, I need to place strength in your heart. So you don't just receive it, you sustain it. I'm teaching you how to stand, not just when it's easy, but when the pressure rises. I'm training your hands for battle. I'm anchoring your soul so deep in me that no storm can move you. And once this season shifts, you'll look back and understand. You'll see why I didn't let certain things happen too soon. You'll see why I held some blessings back. You'll thank me for the no's, because every delay was divine, every closed door was protection. Every moment of silence was me working behind the scenes. Don't give up now. You've come too far. There is glory ahead that you haven't tasted yet. There is peace coming that will silence the chaos. There is a new level of intimacy with me that you've never known. But you have to press in, you have to lean closer, you have to silence the noise and listen for my voice. I'm not done revealing. I'm not done healing. I'm not done speaking. Keep your heart open. Let my words settle deep. Don't just hear them, believe them, receive them. Let them become the truth you stand on when everything around you shakes. Because what I'm about to do in your life is more than restoration, it's resurrection. Stay close. The next breath you take could be into a brand new beginning. Keep listening. There's still more. Here is the next part, continuing directly from where the last left off. You've been questioning your strength. You've said things like, I don't know how much longer I can take this, and maybe I'm just not built for this kind of battle. But I want you to know, I am the one who gave you the strength you didn't know you had. The fact that you're still here, still reading, still reaching, still breathing, that's not weakness. That's evidence of my spirit sustaining you even when you didn't feel it. You don't have to do this alone. You never did. You may feel fragile, but in my hands, you are powerful. You may feel broken, but in my plan, you are whole. You may feel like you're losing, but in my truth, you are already victorious. My word says you are more than a conqueror. Not because of your strength, but because of mine. You overcome not by your willpower, but by my blood, by my grace, and by my presence that never leaves your side. You are not alone in this fight. I am right here. Comment 333 to declare that you are not alone in this battle. I see how hard it's been for you to trust. You've been hurt before. You've been let down by people who were supposed to protect you. You've had your heart broken in places it never should have been touched. And now when I call you to trust me, it's hard. I know that. I understand that. But I am not like them. I am not going to walk away. I am not going to break my promises. I am not going to love you one day and leave the next. My love is steady. My covenant is unbreakable. I want you to bring me your trust, even if it's trembling, even if it's bruised, even if it's small. I can build on that. I can take your shaky yes and turn it into a foundation. Faith doesn't have to feel big, it just has to be real. Give me what you have. Bring your doubts with your hope. Bring your pain with your praise. Bring your questions with your prayers. I can handle all of it. You're safe here. You're waiting for things to change, but I'm waiting for your heart to open. I know you want me to fix everything around you, but first I want to do something within you, because when I shift your spirit, everything else begins to move. You don't need to wait for your situation to get better to find peace. I am peace. And I am available now. I don't want you to just survive storms. I want you to walk on the water with me. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't have to be perfect to come close. You just have to be real. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be honest. My presence is drawn to authenticity. I don't bless fake masks. I bless broken hearts that know where to turn. So let me in. Not just into the parts of your life that are neat and clean, but into the parts that are messy, complicated, confusing, and raw. That's where I do my best work. Comment 555 if you're giving me full access to your heart. This is not the end of your story. I don't care what the enemy whispered. I don't care what the world said. I don't care how far you feel you've fallen. The final word belongs to me. And I am not speaking death, I am speaking life. I'm calling dry bones to rise. I'm calling your heart to beat again. I'm calling your purpose out of the grave. You may feel like this season has buried you, but I tell you it's planted you. And what's been buried is about to bloom. You are on the edge of something sacred. This is not just another day. This is not just another moment. Heaven is leaning in. Angels are standing watch. The enemy is trembling because your surrender is shaking the gates of hell. Your obedience is unlocking heaven's floodgates. What you decide today echoes far beyond what you can see. It touches your future. It touches your family. It touches generations. You've carried burdens that didn't belong to you. You've taken responsibility for things that were never your fault. You've blamed yourself for pain that others caused, and I want to lift that off of you now. That shame, that guilt, that pressure, it's not from me. Lay it down. Let me speak truth over those lies. You are not a mistake. You are not a burden. You are not too much. You are mine. You've been strong for so long, but I didn't call you to carry it all. Let me be your strength now. Let me show you what it means to rest in my arms, to walk in my pace, to live in my rhythm. My grace is not something you earn. It's something you receive. My peace is not something you work for. It's a gift I freely give. Stop trying to deserve what I already paid for. I've placed power in your voice. Your praise is a weapon. Your worship is a breakthrough tool. When you lift your hands, when you lift your voice, walls begin to fall, chains begin to break. You don't have to wait until everything feels better. You can worship me right in the storm. And when you do, you shift the atmosphere. You remind the enemy that you are not his, you are mine. Don't give up now. The pressure has increased because the promise is near. The resistance has grown because your impact is about to multiply. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to rise, to believe again, to walk boldly, even with trembling legs. You don't have to feel brave to take the step. Just trust that I will meet you the moment your foot moves. This is your moment. This is your final chance for this season, not because I'm angry, but because I love you too much to let you miss what I've planned. I am patient, but timing matters. And right now, heaven's window is open. If you move now, you step into grace, into favor, into healing, into purpose like never before. But if you delay again, the door will close not forever, but for now. And the waiting that follows will be harder than it needs to be. I am calling you out of delay, out of distraction, out of dead ends, into life, into clarity, into freedom. You were made for more than this. You were born for such a time as this. I placed you in this generation on purpose. The world needs your light, your voice, your testimony, your story. I am not finished writing it. I know your heart has been weary. I know you've had moments where you couldn't feel me, where you questioned if I was even near. But faith isn't built in feelings. It's built in trust. And trust isn't proven in easy seasons. It's proven in the moments when everything feels uncertain, but you choose to believe anyway. I've seen you keep going. I've seen you hold on when it didn't make sense. And because of that, breakthrough is closer than you realize. Comment Amen if you still believe I'm working behind the scenes. I want to remind you today my promises are still alive. They are not delayed. They are not forgotten. They are not denied. Some of you have walked through so many disappointments that you've stopped expecting good things. You've lowered your faith just to avoid being hurt again. But I didn't call you to live in survival mode. I called you to live in expectation, in hope, in bold, unshakable faith that believes even when there's no evidence yet.